So what I want to work on now is something called double if. Right, you see double if questions in many scenarios. Okay, along the way in our program, you will see a lot of double ifs. But today I want to show you one of the most common ones. Okay, it's about transferring. Okay, one of the things that you need to understand about if is that it didn't happen. It's conditional. The word if is conditional. That means if something happens, this will be the result. If something else happens, then another result. It will be another result. Okay, so if means the thing did not happen. Okay, so if Kelvin gives Diana $16, he will have the same amount of money as her. If Diana gives Kelvin $20, the amount of money she has will be 10% of his. How much money has each of them? Okay, in this question, how much money has each of them? How many answers am I expecting? Am I expecting one answer? That means Kelvin and Diana have the same amount? Or am I expecting two answers? Kelvin and Diana. Okay, that will be two answers actually. Okay, so let's work on the question and try to simplify it. I've mentioned before, whenever you see percentage, you want to make it into a fraction. Okay, so I will make it into a fraction. So 10% is actually 10 over 100, which is 1/10. Okay, so I simplify my question for myself so that it's easier for me to understand. Then I work on the if bit by bit. Generally, I have this thing. I will always tell myself that, okay, I identify that this is an if and this is an if. So I call it double if. Right? Simple, right? Okay, the first if says if Kelvin gives Diana 16, the result will be that he has the same amount of money as her. So my first step is draw the result of first if. Okay, so I draw the result of the first if. It will be Kelvin and Diana. This is the result, isn't it? So they will have the same amount. You want to draw a bit longer, a bit shorter, it's up to you, but they must have the same amount. Okay, my second step is still in the first if, will be undo the first if. Okay, what is the first if? This is the first if. If Kelvin gives Diana 16, Kelvin will have the same amount as Diana. Okay, so Kelvin has the same amount as Diana if Kelvin gives Diana. But I'm supposed to undo the first if. So to undo the first if, I will have to make what? Kelvin take back the money from Diana. So Kelvin takes back the money. Takes back how much? 16. Okay, takes back 16 from Diana. Where? Here. Okay. So this is gone because it's transferred over. This is gone and it's transferred over. Some students like to draw an arrow with a, like that. I normally don't do it because the more I draw on my model, the more confusing it can become. Okay. So once I undo the first if, guess what? I found my original. Okay, where is my original? This is my original. For Kelvin, it will be here to here. For Diana, it will be this to this. Okay, so this is my original. The pink ones are my original. Okay, now I'm not done because I'm only done with the first if. See how much things I can take out from just this first sentence. Okay, I draw the result of first if, I undo the first if, I will find the original. Okay, so then I work on the second if. Now the second if is based on the original, not based on the first if, okay? Based on the original, because here you are at the original. So the next step is from the original, okay? If Diana gives Kelvin 20, okay? Sorry, this is not number 3, this is number 4. Okay, so I will say work second if. Okay, how do I work the second if? I make Diana give Kelvin $20. So Diana must give Kelvin, so of course give is here, right? $20 means somewhere here. 20 give away. To who? To Kelvin. Alright, then show the result. Okay, what is the result? It's written in the question for you. the amount of money she has will be 1/10 of his. Okay, so what is she left with? She's left with this. This is 1 unit. And what about Kelvin? Kelvin will have 10 units. Until here. Okay? So now that I've presented everything, now I got to work something out. I got to now look at the model and see, what is it that I can find? So I notice that this is 1 unit and this is 10 unit. So what do you think is this? This will be 9 units, right? Okay, so it's a part whole. 10 units is until here. 1 unit is here, so 9 unit. 1 unit plus 9 unit gives you 10 units. Okay, so after you have done so, then you will know, oh, what is 9 units made up of? 9 units is from here. It's made up of 20, 16, 16, 20. Can you see? So 9 units is equals to 20 plus 16 plus 20 plus 16. Alright, so what's that? That will be 72. Okay, so you know what's 1 unit. But before I find 1 unit, this is my fact, right? So to find 1 unit, or no, to find, once I have the fact, I have to look at the question. The question says, how much money has each of them? What am I looking for? Each of them, how much money? I'm looking for the original. Okay, I'm actually looking for the original amount of money. Where's the original amount of money? Do you remember? Actually, the original amount of money is this pink color one. Right? Okay, remember earlier on, we were here, found the original. That's the original. And that's the original. And you know that it must be 2 answers because they are not the same. Okay, so how will I find that? Simply, I have to find 1 unit. Okay, I can. So that will be 8. So if I look at this, the original, I'm looking for this. Okay, let me see. I'm looking for this. Right? For Dinah. Now 1 unit is 8 and this is 20. So 8 plus 20, 28. Okay, that's Dinah. Right? How about Kelvin? Kelvin is actually from here, pink, to this pink. Some of us will try to find what's this, okay, which you may not know, or you can use 1 unit plus 20 plus 16. I wouldn't do that. I will take 10 units minus 20. Okay, so if I know what is 1 unit, I know what's 10 unit. Right? So if 10 unit is 80, I'll take 80 minus 20, I'll get 60. Alright, so these are my 2 answers. Dinah will have $28, whereas Kelvin will have $60. That's their original. Okay, it doesn't matter whether it is like at one time is same amount, another time is 1/10. It doesn't matter. Those are just clues for us. Like they give us handles to help us to find the original, because this question did not tell us anything about original.